One of the fundamentally most important pieces of any good navigation system is consistency. Otherwise, consistency to not only know where you're at in a particular navigation structure, but also consistency in where the navigation is located as you go through. Obviously, one of the things that we can see a lot in SharePoint is people that override the general navigation controls and have some inconsistency. This is probably even more prevalent on the web when you start getting to a lot of the different fancy sites there where you go to different places and navigation moves from place to place and has all these different pieces that may or may not affect it. So one of the important things, obviously these are extreme examples of how navigation can kind of go crazy. I'm not even sure if I can touch it in this page, but overall when you start moving from site to site and the navigation starts being different from each places, you're not really sure where you're at, you're not really sure what you're doing, you're going to have a lot of problems. So just like many of the major news sites, and just having it that you can have very large navigation systems, but overall you can easily see where you're at, where you've been, and know kind of where you're going in the different structures. And even though the page itself is changing, overall the navigation is staying the same, which gets real consistent. That's when we come to the argument in SharePoint about whether how much global navigation we do, especially if we start transversing sites to sites to sites. Overall, my rule of thumb is if a site is part of a group of sites, not necessarily even a site collection, but a group of sites, there should always be some type of global nav to be able to jump between those areas. But if it's like something, say for instance, like it's a site for only a particular group, then obviously you're not going to share that global navigation up top. But overall, you want to have that. You want to kind of know where you're going. You want to be able to look at the different pieces there, and you want to have those pieces so that you can easily, as you're going through and doing different tasks there, you can easily see where you are from that. The other thing is, I can't even emphasize this enough of how important a good breadcrumb is, because the breadcrumb really gives us the opportunity to see where we are and where we can go back to as we kind of go through our system.